Hi, in this video we are going to learn about the SQL Server Management Studio and how we can leverage it to query SQL Server. So let's quickly have a view. Now this is SQL Server Management Studio, which is a client connectivity tool to Microsoft SQL Server and Azure SQL DB as well. Now in this client connectivity tool, how we can connect to the SQL Server? Here in the Object Explorer you can see an option of connect. Now once you click there, you get options to connect to database engine. In case if you have analysis services queue, you can connect to analysis services server also. You can also connect to integration service, which is again a ETL tool. And then you have other connectivity tools like Azure Storage, Azure SSIS runtimes, and reporting services. Today we'll use the Management Studio to connect to database engine. So once you click there, you get this window where you have to enter your user ID and password in case if you're looking for SQL Server authentication. But for Windows authentication, it automatically takes the current user ID if that is already configured. Now once we click on connect, we get the entire list here. Now what is there in this list? Let's go one by one. The databases contains system databases and the user created databases. The system databases are under the system database category, and you'll see master, model, MSDB and TempDB. Let's talk about these databases in short. So master database is the one which where all your security, user credentials and other details are getting stored, and you'll see there are list of objects which are associated with this. So these are system tables. Then you have some system views also, which allows you to check the system related objects. So if you see all objects, it will list out all the tables, views, etc. Similarly, there is all views, which will allow you to view all the views as well. Now next is model database. Now what happens in model database? It works as a template. So in case if you want to create a new database and you want certain objects to be there, then what you do, you create that object in the model database, and as soon as you create a new database, that object automatically get copied into the new uh, database. Now MSDB is mostly related to jobs, so all the SQL agent jobs and other SSIS package and other details gets stored there in the MSDB. And then you have TempDB. TempDB normally stores the temporary objects like temporary tables, uh, sometimes table variables if the size exceeds, and uh, again on the temporary tables you have local and global temporary tables. Those are again stored there in the temp database till all the sessions are there. Now you will also see user defined databases, and then in case if any snapshot is created, then that snapshot comes under the snapshot category. Then inside security you will see logins and the different server roles which are associated, like readers and all those roles you will see here. And then logins, the current users which have access to SQL Server, that you can see here. Then you have other objects also which are sometimes required for a specialized login, like credentials. In case if you are accessing certain service through agent jobs, you'll create credentials, and these credentials can be mapped there. And cryptography is again for securing your data, or you can uh, say uh, encrypt your data, so for that. And then here audit related objects will be added, and then you can see the server audit specifications. Now in the server objects you will see like linked servers and other objects which allow you to define endpoints, connect to different you know server. So those things will be there. Then server triggers, that basically these are DDL triggers which you can see here. And then as other things are also there. So like if you see integration service catalog, it is where all your SSIS package gets stored. So you'll have to first create catalog and then you can start deploying them. And these are for again DBA purpose. Polybase setup is to get data from other sources like in case Hadoop and all. So you can create external tables with the help of Polybase and then do that. And replication is again copying of the data from one server node to another, that you can set up there. Now if we come here in the menus, you can see file menu. In the file menu you'll see again connect object of explorer, which we already saw below. Then in new you can create new projects. These queries are again on the analysis service queue. The query which are related to your database engine is database engine query. And then as soon as you click here, it will allow you to connect here. You have view also. So in case if any of the pane is not appearing, you can go to view and you can click on that, and then that pane will appear. Let's say solution explorer. So you can start seeing solution explorer here. So on tools you'll see again, you will get access to SQL Server Profiler, then database engine tuning advisor. So in case if you feel that any of the database you want to analyze, whether is there any tuning required, you can do that. Then you can also use Azure Data Studio to connect to Azure SQL Server DB. And then you have other migrate tools and all. In case if you want to set up some things like text editor based things, like you want line to appear, those things you can see here. And all those values you can update based on your need. So to write a new query, let's say I want to write a new query and execute on a specific database, then we'll first click select that database, clicked on new query, and it automatically selects that database. But in case if you are not selecting anything and then you are keeping your default selection at a different place, and then you click on new query, then it opens but with the master database selection. So you have to make sure that you have proper database selection before executing your query, and then you write down your query here in the query window and then click on execute or type F5. In case if you just want to compile it and not run, or then you can click on this icon. Now these icons are for execution plan. So in case if you want to see the query execution plan, you can click on these icons. Now here these three are for the result set. In case if you want to see your result set like a text, then you can use this one. But if you want to see it into a grid, you can use this. Or if you want to save the result into a file, then you can click here. This is again for your activity monitor, what are the queries which are executing on your system, so that you can do through this. So this is a brief overview on SQL Server Management Studio. As soon as you start using it, you'll keep on learning more about all the options there. So you can download, install, and start learning. To download Management Studio, you can go to the following link and you can download a specific version of the Management Studio. Make sure that you already have a server installed, or somewhere your SQL server is there which you can connect to using Management Studio. That's it. This was a brief introduction to SQL Server Management Studio. To know more, do subscribe to my channel.